This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant.
What?
Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
If we're late, I told you twice.
Late. It wasn't that late.
We literally left your place at the time the reservation was supposed to be.
Yo, the audacity to be out here on TikTok saying, look at this, people. I can't believe he's just taking me to Cheesecake Factory. The cheap ass bum. A whole me. A Cheesecake Factory. Nah, I get caught. I ain't going to no Cheesecake Factory. Meanwhile, you're the reason you're at Cheesecake Factory. Make it make sense, guys.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
You are now listening to Pree Da Production with your host, Madaro.
What is up, my travel people? Welcome back to the Pree Da Production YouTube channel. And you already know what I'm going to say. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to grow the community. And by sharing this with friends and family, that goes a long way in helping us do that. So, these bitches ain't shit.
God damn, it's stinking here. I don't see a goddamn thing funny.
So the next video we have to cover on this series is Cheese Factory Gang. Like, someone didn't want to go Cheese Factory, but we found out the reason why.
Let me just get the door for you.
Okay. He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car. Yes.
Would you want me to open the door for you?
Look.
Are you?
Oh,
You're recording me?
Yeah.
Oh, why is she smiling? Why is she smiling? See, this is what I don't like. The blatant disrespect. This is another human person. Instead of having a conversation with you two one-on-one without having a third person that broadcasts to millions of people and you posting it, right? Instead of you doing all this for, I don't know, to boost your own ego by putting this man on blast, instead of doing this, why don't you have a conversation? Why is it always get my phone out, try and make him look like a fool, try and embarrass him? Because if the shoe was on the other foot, you'd be crying saying, yo, I went on a date with this dickhead and he started to embarrass me and started to make me look like a fool at X, Y, and Z. You'd be letting the whole world know how mistreated you were. But when it's the shoe on the other foot, these women don't care. These women don't care, I'm sorry to say.
This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant.
What?
Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
She's the
Oh
second
yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're going to talk about it.
Oh my god, so smug. Can you believe it, guys?
Okay.
Cheesecake Factory? A homie.
So,
Never.
Yes. Let's talk about it. About it.
So you expect a man to go all out on the first date. Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. Look at,
My man's ready.
When you take out a beautiful woman and
Debatable.
you're courting her, because I get courted. So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I agree. I went into this date as I expect, with the expectations for myself to keep you safe, you know, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean, you've been pretty nice, but I mean,
and then
Cheesecake Factory.
What's wrong with Cheesecake Factory? Let me just look up Cheesecake Factory's meals. I know it's the internet, they're going to show the most gorgeous looking meals that they can offer, you know, edits and all that stuff. But let's just see how bad it is. Because Cheesecake Factory ain't McDonald's. I know that for a fact. They ain't KFC. Like, Okay. Cheesecakes. Yo, the presentation is nice. Okay. A nice little dessert place. I mean, look, if that's the layout for most of them, that looks pretty prim and proper. Like, if I was taken to Cheesecake Factory, I'd be like, okay, cool, little dessert date. I ain't complaining, but she's talking like it's a chain restaurant, like it's McDonald's. She needs to relax.
On the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the first date. I expect her to be respectful too. I expect her to be cooperative.
Definitely not respectful. You took out the phone real quick to try and shame a man. You're trying to be like, oh yeah, that was respectful. No. He told you to, let's get out of the car and go to Cheesecake Factory. You said, no, let's have a conversation in front of millions of people that I'm going to post and act like I'm right when it's debatable.
And at least,
What did I do that wasn't cooperative?
well, I mean, even when we were walking to the car, you wouldn't put your hand around my arm or anything like that, or hold my hand or anything like that.
I mean, it's too early for that.
She ain't into you.
I can respect that. I can respect that.
Okay.
When
Nah, I'm sorry, but I can't respect that, right? If you're... Let's just assume these guys have been talking for a minute, right? I don't think that this woman would just go on a date with any random person that she has not vetted because she gets courted, apparently, right? So if you're getting courted, you're doing your due diligence, you're going through the backlog, you're going through the history, the catalogue of this guy's, dating experience, you're asking questions, you're speaking to people, because that's the level of due diligence that's involved in courtship, right? So if you've vetted this guy and you've got into the position where you are next to him in the car and you really want to see where this goes, a little affection here and there, holding his hand, grabbing his arm, that would go a long way into setting, a good standard for how, you want this date to go forward. But the fact that she seems like affectionate to him, just says it all. She ain't into you, bro. She's just there for a quick meal. And for some reason, for all these women who say, I don't need a man, I don't blah, 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 they don't want to go 50-50, and they sure as hell don't want to be seen at some dingy Cheesecake Factory, and they sure as hell don't want to be showing affection to you, and they sure as hell ain't paying for no date. But they got all the money in the world. What I need the man for? Apparently it's to pay for the first date. So, hey.
I got to your apartment to pick you up, you didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. We're not
I don't know
there
yet.
Okay.
I don't know yet.
And then, but
I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
But
I got myself
there's
all made
nothing
up.
wrong with the Cheesecake Factory,
Facts.
right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay. Well, look at my planner where we were gonna go originally.
See, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call him.
No.
What do you mean no?
See, I specifically told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 p.m. Right? And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs.
I understand.
For an hour, right?
But I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long. I got home a little late. And like I said, I don't know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment. And that is not possible.
And that's why I'm thinking, okay, if we're not there in the relationship to, meet at your apartment, then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice, fancy restaurant as Aria, especially if I'm paying for the whole thing.
Facts.
Which I'm still willing to do. I would have been.
Okay.
But if we're late, I told you twice.
Late. It wasn't that late.
We literally left your place at the time the reservation was supposed to be.
Yo, I'm sorry. She fucked up. If you're an hour late, you got my man downstairs waiting in his car, told you repeatedly, yo, I'm picking you up at this time because we're going to somewhere that's going to be nice. And these nice restaurants that she wants to be taken to and courted at, they don't reserve your seat for more than 15, 20 minutes max. Because there's so many people who want to be courted at that same establishment that they can't hold your seat for an hour to be like, oh, sorry, I'm running late, work took longer than, expected. So, the day of the date comes and you're late, there's no other fine establishments to go to that's going to accept you because everywhere's booked. Where else are you going to be able to go? The Cheesecake Factory. Maybe, obviously, McDonald's, but you're not going to be on that. There's going to be other establishments that aren't the massive 5-star restaurants that you're looking for. And that's no one's fault. At this point, this ain't even his fault. He did what you wanted him to do originally, but you were the one that were blocking your own blessing. You're the one who was moving mad. You're the one who was taking forever, and you can't blame him. You're just keep it. You're out here acting like you've been, mistreated, and your standards have not been met, and you're been taken for a mug by being taken to some cheap spot like Cheesecake Factory. Meanwhile, you're the reason that you are in this situation. The audacity to be out here on TikTok saying, look at this, people. I can't believe he's just taking me to Cheesecake Factory. The cheap-ass bum. A whole me. A Cheesecake Factory. Nah, I get caught, bitch. I ain't going to no Cheesecake Factory. Meanwhile, you're the reason you're at Cheesecake Factory. Make it make sense, guys.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
And I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and even have some time to get to know each other on the way there and while we're in the parking lot.
Yo, that's the thing. That's the thing that is glaring from these videos that I've been doing is these women don't want to get to know these guys. That is not in their forefront of their mind. That says a lot, That says a lot because the first thing that comes to your mind is, yo, this table doesn't look clean. What car we're in don't look clean, don't look nice. He's riding a BMW that's, been deceased and is scraping the floor. The exhaust is smoking up trees at the back. He's taking me to McDonald's. They're not thinking, oh, it's nice to have company. It's nice to do this and let's, have some fun. Let's get to know each other, blah, 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 blah. It's none of that. That's not even in their that's not even their subconscious, let alone their forefront.
Waiting for a reservation.
We can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you can call that, like, equivalent to that? I mean,
I literally
you don't understand. Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
There's nothing wrong
I will die.
Okay, then.
That's embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
As I said, I have very specific certain expectations for that. I can tell it's not gonna be there. And maybe we're not right for each other. So, respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I'm up.
So, you just want to call it a night?
Yes.
I mean, isn't there some kind of compromise or something?
That's embarrassing.
Ladies, can you believe this?
Oh, stop it. Don't go for the ladies. Don't call for the ladies. Ladies, can you believe this?
How about the parking space?
Yes.
If I don't feel respected, I'm not gonna go through with the rest of the day.
My name.
I mean, you are serious. You're really leaving.
Yes, stand on it. 10 toes
You
down.
didn't want this place anyway, right?
Exactly. Fuck this place, eh?
I mean, I understand that I was late. I understand that. I understand that I could have been a bit more cooperative.
Oh, now you
made some good points. That's why I'm willing to compromise. Are you sure you want to go home?
Mm-hmm. I don't have a lot of rules. I don't have a lot of expectations for a first date, but I've already set them, and you've broken every one.
Oh,
so,
my God.
I'm sorry. We're dropping you off home.
All right, whatever. Well, I mean, I guess I understand. You gotta do what you gotta do.
I mean, if she understood, why did she post it? Why did she post it? She didn't. She clearly didn't understand because she still wanted my man to be seen as the dickhead. But he wasn't being taken for a dickhead. He was born that night, but he wasn't born last night. And he knew what type of game you were on, and he was like, nah, not today. Thank you. Because back in the day, men would be falling for the same trick. Men would be crawling over backwards, big jumping through hoops for gal. And now it's nice to see that men are waking up to this. I used to be like him. I used to be trying to do everything which way to please a woman. Oh, let me not talk to you too much. Let me, give you the night of space. Let me take you out here. Let's go here. Let me try and please you. X, Y, Z. What do you need me to do? And then it got to a point where I was like, right, like, who am I? What am I doing this for? Who am I as a person? What are my values? I'm just accepting any old woman. I'm just accepting any woman treating me anyhow with no morals. She doesn't care whether she hurts my feelings or makes me feel some type of way. She's just doing her thing and I'm out here bending over backwards to please her. Like, nah, that stops today. And my man grew a backbone and was like, nah, I ain't the one. You thought just because I'm East Asian, you think you could just run over me? Hell no. You getting shit back home, babes. You going back home to where you belong. And that's the streets.
She belongs to the streets.
Yo, let me know in the comments below what you think about this whole fiasco. Do you feel like Cheesecake Factory was well below standard? Do you feel like, McDonald's and KFC are on the same level as Cheesecake Factory? Or do you feel like, she was bugging and she was just trying to make a scene, trying to embarrass him? As always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Kidding on my foes, even though I got it all on my own. Success sweet